I finally read it, the book that everybody's talking about, and I have some feelings. But before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, my name is Sophia, and I make book-related videos, mainly videos about literary fiction and mystery thriller, but truly a little bit of everything. And today I am back with a book review. So I, of course, will be reviewing The Perfect Couple by Elin Hilderbrand, my first book that I've read of hers. This is the third book in a series, which I didn't quite realize until I started reading it, of recurring characters that live on Nantucket Island. You don't really need to read the other books to enjoy this. However, I think it would give you a little bit more context if you have. This originally came out in 2018, but was adapted into a Netflix miniseries in 2024 with 6 episodes, hence the cover design. It was published by Little Brown, and it comes in at 496 pages, so on the chunkier end for a thriller. So as I said, this book is set in Nantucket, and I think that the setting of this really plays into the story itself. It almost seems like a character at times. Nantucket is a very fancy island off the coast of Massachusetts, and it is very wealthy, privileged, beautiful beaches, quaint boutiques, cobblestones, perfect New England vibe. At its heart, this is a murder mystery, and it surrounds a wedding on Nantucket Island by a very wealthy family, or the groom's family is very wealthy. And at the beginning of the book, the bride's best friend or maid of honor is found murdered on the beach. This is in part a detective mystery where we're following a recurring character, the chief of police, who is looking into all of the people that were at the wedding. But then you also are flashing back into many of the characters' lives before the wedding, how the couple met, different parts about their family members, and you're kind of getting a fly on the wall experience learning about all of these people. Some of the key characters that you're learning more about are Celeste, the bride, who is a very up-and-coming director of the Bronx Zoo, very known in her field. She comes from a relatively poorer background, or it's a middle-class-ish background. Her parents are Karen and Bruce, and Karen, unfortunately, is grappling with a diagnosis of a terminal cancer. We also have Benji, who is the groom. His family is very loaded, for lack of a better word, and he is going to be the inheritor and also have the responsibility of the family's estate. His mother is Greer, a famous murder mystery novelist, and his father, forgetting his name right now, I'll pop it on the screen, is kind of a womanizer, but also very wealthy and privileged as well. So you kind of get all of the different perspectives of these characters, as well as a few more, and it really leads to a pretty nuanced and fleshed out character cast. This is a very beachy domestic thriller. It is twisty-turny, although nothing in here was too shocking to me. So take that as you will. I wasn't overly upset about that. I enjoyed that it was more of a realistic domestic thriller than a ridiculous one. But if you want that Gone Girl moment, you might not get it from this. Not only that, a lot of the characters in this book are extremely unlikable. So also take that as you will. I don't necessarily see that as a negative trait in mystery novels, but just know that a lot of the people have secrets, have dirty laundry that they're airing out, and they're not all the most lovely people. Overall, this was a really solid read. I was not shocked, but I was thoroughly entertained throughout it. I thought it was just a tad on the long side, but I also kind of like sinking into a little bit of a twisty thriller in the summer months. I ended up giving this a 3.5 stars, and I am really looking forward to checking out some of the other books in the Nantucket series, as well as Elin Hilderbrand's upcoming boarding school book called The Academy, which is coming out this fall. Have you guys read The Perfect Couple by Elin Hilderbrand? I would love to know what you thought. And with that, I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye!